Hello, this is Dr. Greg Mays with Your Word Wednesday. This week, I want to continue something we started 4 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago, and that is I want to thank a ministry or an organization or someone and in advance of tomorrow's Thanksgiving holiday. This week, I want to thank my business partner and good friend, Jessica Maldonado. Something about this isn't right. Go ahead and roll the intro.
In Matthew's book, Jesus said, go into all the land. Take the word, share it, teach it, preach to every man. Just do his will, because he always has a master plan. It's not your...
Yeah, that's a lot better. Jessica is the owner and operator of Viches Niche Creative Studios. But to Agape Leaders and to me and to my wife, she is so much more. I want to take an opportunity to say to Jessica, thank you. Thank you for all that you do for this organization and for others. Jessica is the type of person where if somebody asks me, hey, do you know anyone who could help with a website, or do you know someone who could help with graphics? Jessica is always my first thought. And whenever I reach out to her, she always says the same thing. Of course. She is the type of friend that we find when Jesus says, there is no greater love than a friend there is no greater love than who would lay down their life for a friend, a person who would lay down their life for a friend. No, Jessica is not dying for me, but she stops things and she helps me when she could easily say, hey, can I get back to you on that tomorrow? Hey, no, there have been times where this person leaves her apartment, comes to our apartment and helps me with things. I could not be more grateful. I pray that you have a person in your life that is a Jessica Maldonado. I want to share a couple of stories with you just to kind of help you understand just how God brought us to where we are. Because we started out, she was the sister of a young man who was in a ministry that I was blessed to be able to be a part of, a college ministry at our church. And she, even though she was in high school, she came and participated. And then she became my TA for a short season of life. And I remember this. She may remember this as well. But one day I'm sitting in class and I don't remember what type of day it was. I really do not remember. But I don't think I had any students. So I don't know if it was teacher work day or whatever it was. I'm sitting in my room and in comes Jessica and her brother with an SNL hamburger. If you're not from Lakeland, that may not mean anything to you. But if you're from the city of Lakeland, trust me, it's probably the best burger you'll ever eat. And if you are from Lakeland and you're watching this and you've never had an SNL burger, would you go eat one for me? I don't eat beef anymore, and so I can't have that. But that kind of was the start of something big, even though I didn't realize it at the time. As time has gone by, I ended up in a place where I wanted to update our website, the Agape Leaders website. And so I posted it on Facebook, kind of threw it away, hoping that somebody would help out. And Jessica responded. And it's funny, we've talked about it. She wasn't sure if I was going to say yes. And I was so happy that she reached out because it was somebody that I felt like I knew. And that was important to me. Well, then I wrote a book. Many of you know I wrote a book, Practical Leadership Lessons from an Average Leader. And when it was time to do the cover, Jessica did the cover of the book. When it was time to work with the designer and the publisher, Jessica worked with the designers and the publishers because she knows that language. She didn't have to do that, what a friend Jessica is. And when it was time for us to do the book launch, and I needed somebody to host the launch party, I looked at Jessica and I said, will you do it? And even though that was totally out of her comfort zone, she said, absolutely. And she knocked it out of the park. She did so much of the planning. Just what a great friend. And we have just been going forward from there. And I wanted to take this week, this opportunity in advance of Thanksgiving to say, thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you so much. Now, I don't appreciate Jordan as much, and just think water. No, but I appreciate Jordan as well. What an amazing power couple you guys are. Thank you for everything you've done for me, for my wife. Let me say this real quick. When I said thank you from time to time, Jessica brings my wife flowers. What an amazing person. She has to think of someone else. She doesn't have to think of her, but she does. And so I just want you guys to know what an amazing person Jessica Maldonado is. And this year, I want to honor her by saying thank you for all that you do for Agape Leaders, for my wife, for me personally, and for anyone who would ever ask. I encourage you to reach out to Viches Niche Creative Studio. And I think she is pretty much going by just Jessica Maldonado on all of her social media. You could reach out to her if you need help with anything. Her prices are very reasonable. So I encourage you to do that. And Jessica, I pray that this is a blessing to you. You are a blessing to me. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you, the listener. I pray that this is a blessing for you. And remember, stay strong.
So what you waiting for? Someone to feel the pain some more? Cause you ain't share the love, the grace you found within the Father's care. To share the love of God is more than just a simple job. It's Christ speaking the off of Holy Spirit law. Share it.